Welcome to New Mexico Black Rifle Operators Union. I'm your host, Sean. So this morning, let's give you a good news update from the Second Amendment front. From The Truth About Guns, this article about FPC court victory. Federal judge blocks Delaware's ghost gun ban. So what Delaware had done is they had blocked several of those, polymer 80 kits to make either ARs or pistols. And they did it by law, basically, or executive fiat. I'm not sure. Kind of muddy for me with Delaware's crap. Long story short, it was supposed to be that it was banned outright. Well, FPC took them to court and won. So this is a huge win for people for a number of reasons. First and foremost, as Mr. Guns and Gear said on his own channel, never in the history of the United States has there ever been a thing where you couldn't make a gun. There wasn't FFLs when our country was founded. You had to build your own gun back in the day. Nowadays, if you build a gun, it's usually a hobbyist thing. And it's usually to see if they like gunsmithing enough to where they want to make it a career. If there are turd bad dudes, and they're turd bad dudes with everything, then, yeah, okay, they have access to a gun that's not really registered. How's that different than if they went down to 7-Eleven and met someone in the back there, gave them $50 and walked away with a Glock? There's not a lot of difference here. They're in a good, free, just society. Bad things are going to happen to free people. And it's because you can't account for the mentality of people. You can't legislate morality. If we could do that, we would have done it a long time ago and we wouldn't be in the situation we're in. Laws keep good people in check. Bad people don't see the law as any type of a check. Those of us who are becoming less and less status are starting to feel the same way, because they keep trying to encroach on everyone else. Most of the laws for regular people just mean don't be a turd. Don't hurt other people. Those are kind of the golden rules, right? If you're a Christian, this should be an easy thing. If you're anyone else, it should be an easy thing. I don't want to rob people. I don't want to be robbed. I don't want to hurt people, so why would they hurt me? At least that's the theory. However, we all know that there are bad dudes wanting to do bad things, so this would have had no effect. But what's so great about this, and why this is a big win for our side for once, is this sets legal precedent. Okay? So what it does is other court cases can now refer to this exact case for showing the precedence that some other judge had in ruling this way. If there's enough of these rulings in our favor, they naturally become kind of like a given law. That's the best way to put it. So here's an example. In some states, your welcome mat, a mat outside of your house saying welcome, is an actual open invite to come into the home. Okay? Which means that you don't have a right to defend yourself because you welcome them into your house. Okay? But in other states, that doesn't matter. And there are cases on both sides here that set legal precedents, so when you go to court, you can cite them to help influence the verdict and how they would rule. Now, the idea here is that it shows that the legislatures, the judge, and the courts themselves are in line with precedents. So what this means for us, like I said, is if you are affected by this, and someone wants to grow a wild hair and prosecute you. This gives you another arrow in your quiver when you go to court. And it's a very much a bigger arrow to launch and hit with. Now, the better question is, how would you be found out if you bought one of these things? And it makes no sense to me, but the only way it would happen is if the ATF went to one of these provider people who were selling these kits as an accessory, like they are allowed to do by the law, and found a way to force them to get their customer list. Now, I would hope those guys, and a lot of them probably do fight it tooth and nail, but a lot of this is expensive as heck. And that's where FPC comes in. The NRA may have tried to do a lot of good. FPC does all the time. So does GOA. I left a lifetime membership of the NRA to become a GAO member, and I should probably double down and become part of the FPC guys too, or kick them some coin. If you have a chance, kick both organizations some coin, because these guys are the ones out there all the time trying to defend our rights to keep and bear arms. Most importantly for me, keeping New Mexico tactical, because it's a very, very blue state. Like, share, subscribe, be great.